I am Nathan Tete, an innovator from UDS WA campus. Basically, after identifying the causal chain mapping, we decided to come out with identifying the key issues that are within the mapping. And then in addressing each of these key issues, there are people who have an interest and an influence in addressing those particular issues. These are the people that we refer to as the stakeholders. So for every issue, there is the need for us to come out with the various people that we are referring to in this context as the stakeholders, those who have a direct influence and a direct interest in the intervention that you are going to implement, and then those who have an indirect influence and an indirect interest in that particular intervention. So those who have the direct influence and interest are what we refer to as the primary stakeholders, whereas those whose interest and influence in the project is indirect, we refer to them as the secondary stakeholders. So basically, we came out with, I'm looking at the issues that we have identified. We realized that the farmers, chiefs and opinion leaders in the communities, the local government, we have landowners, parents, we have community members, development partners. We've come out to identify that these are important primary stakeholders in implementing most of our issues that we have identified from the causal chain. Now, when it came to the issue of the secondary stakeholders, we realized that mostly the foreign investors and then partners, NGOs, non-governmental organizations, to be precise, the academia that is into researching to come out with a lot of the background work, then religious leaders. These people were identified in most of our issues as the secondary stakeholders. Now, having identified the primary and the secondary stakeholders, there was the need for us to identify the kind of roles that will be performed by each of these stakeholders in relation to contributing to tackling of the key developmental issues. Then coming out with their roles revealed that there were linkages that existed between the various stakeholders. So we moved on to do stakeholder analysis in identifying their roles, the kind of linkages and synergies that existed between them, and then the analysis and the linkages of the stakeholder issue. Thank you.